May we take one absence witness, Your Honor?
That's not, that'd be my plan, I agree.
Would you right hand, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give in a matter of the state of Georgia versus Jose Ibarra will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Great. If you could please take a seat. And I know you are soft-spoken. Can you please move that microphone right close to your mouth so that His Honor can hear you and that counsel for the defendant can hear you? It's really important that you be heard, okay? And Madam Court Reporter is very close to you as well. She has to be able to hear everything you're saying because she's taking it down.
Yes.
All right. Spell your first and last name, please.
Sofiamagana.
How old are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, good, all right. What do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
And what do you teach?
I teach special education, high school language arts.
How long have you been a teacher?
4 months.
Where did you go to college?
I went to the University of Georgia.
And did you graduate?
Yes, ma'am, in May.
Of this year?
Yes.
Where were you living at the time of your graduation?
I was living in a house off of Millage Avenue Extension.
Who were you living with?
Lily, Connolly, and Laken.
How long have you lived together?
I lived with them for 2 years.
I want to direct your attention to February 22nd, 2024. What were you doing that day?
I was taking my GACE exam for my certification.
How do you spell that?
GACE.
What is a GACE exam?
It's a test you're required to take to get certified as a teacher in the state of Georgia.
Were you allowed to have your phone with you when you took the test?
No, ma'am. I had to put it in a locker.
What time did you leave your house that morning to take the test?
Around 8:20.
When you left your house that morning, did you see any of your other roommates?
I saw Laken and Connolly before I left.
Where did you see them?
Connolly was on our couch and Laken was sitting at the table, and I spoke to them for a little bit.
When you left out, where did you go for the test? Was it on campus or elsewhere?
It was on campus. It was in Clark Hall.
How long were you there taking your test?
I got there around like 8:45, and I left maybe around 11:15ish.
When you completed your test, what happened?
I got my stuff, I got back in my car, and I drove back to my house because I didn't have service, so...
When you say service, you didn't have what service?
Phone service.
And why didn't you have phone service?
Because AT&T had the outage that morning, and my provider is AT&T.
So, what happened when you were eventually able to get service back on?
I got back home, and when I got service, I had some text from Connolly, my roommate, asking me to check around the house to see if I saw Laken anywhere. And then once I got into the house, I got a phone call from Connolly and from Lauren.
Okay. Who's Lauren?
Lauren's Laken's younger sister.
After you got the call from Connolly and from Lauren, did you look for Laken?
Yes, I looked for her around the house and outside, in her car, kind of everywhere, every room, every corner, a few times, and I didn't see her.
What did you do after that?
I grabbed my dog and I decided to check her location on Find My iPhone, and then got my dog on his leash and started heading out to go towards her location.
Did you go alone, or did someone else besides your dog go with you?
Champ came with me, and then my roommate Lily.
Champ is your dog?
Yes, ma'am.
So where did y'all walk, and about how long did it take you to get there?
We walked down the trail that was like off the road, so it took us about no more than 15 minutes, I would say maybe 10, to get to where we got.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm showing you 3 exhibits at the same time. State's Exhibit 5, State's Exhibit 6, and State's Exhibit 7. Starting first with State's Exhibit 5, do you recognize that overall photo?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
It's a map of the trail.
The state would move to admit State's Exhibit 5.
No objection.
Not submitted.
State's Exhibit 6 and 7, can you look at both of those?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recognize both of those?
Yes, ma'am.
What are
The
they?
pictures I took when I found an AirPod.
And do they fairly and accurately depict what you saw on February 22nd of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
State of Utah admit States 6 and 7, request permission to publish. No objection.
6 and 7 are admitted in the published about 6 and 7.
And may we toggle back over, Your Honor?
Yes.
Starting first with State's Exhibit 5, and I have a pointer that I think you could use that has a laser on it. No, no one will be able to see that. Your Honor, can you see the screen if she uses a pointer?
I can. I've got a. You got the other pointer? Okay.
And that's probably going to be the better way to go.
Yeah, I think she's got, yeah.
If you could show His Honor, what direction did you and Champ and Lily go, and where were you when you found an AirPod?
So we started here, and then right about here
At the end of the,
at Millage, where it
Millage
turned
Avenue?
into a sidewalk.
okay,
We got to the sidewalk, and then there's the train tracks like right here, and there's a little like trail that's just been walked over a lot. So we went down the trail, and then crossed over the train tracks, and then walked this all
around the
way.
retaining pond?
Yes,
On
ma'am.
the side
Around
of
the retaining pond.
it? All right.
Can I stand up?
You may stand with the court's permission.
Yes.
Thank you. But keep your voice up so Madam Court Reporter can hear you.
Okay. So we walked here, and then this is where like the main trail starts. So we got over here. There's like a turn. So we took the curve and we stopped right about there.
Okay, so when you say there, is there a trail there?
Yes, ma'am. It's all a trail.
And that's on the top right part of State's Exhibit 5. For the record, I'm just making a record for the court.
Right.
Okay. Where within the trail, was it on the side of the trail, the middle of the trail, where within the trail did you find the iPod? AirPod, sorry.
The AirPod was towards the left-hand side, but still on the trail.
And showing you, first of all, how did you find the AirPod?
Champ was sniffing a lot, and so I looked down because he was really fixated over a specific area where I kind of had stopped, and he was pulling, and then when I looked over, I noticed there was like a white AirPod. So
All right, State's Exhibit 7, what are we looking at there? And can you see the AirPod?
yes,
Can you point to it for the court?
it's right here.
Okay, the bottom of this photo.
Yes, ma'am. That's where I found the AirPod, or where it was when we got it.
And you said this is State's Exhibit 6. First of all, do we see Champ in State's Exhibit 6?
Yes, ma'am. He's right here.
All right, in the corner, the left corner of the photograph.
Yes, ma'am.
If you could use State's Exhibit 6, show us within the trail where you found the AirPod.
The AirPod was about right here.
Okay, where your shadow is?
Yes, ma'am.
Or a shadow of a person?
Yeah, my shadow.
Okay, thank you. While out there, did you see Laken?
No.
When you found the AirPod, did you look at it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you think it was Laken's?
I did.
And why did you think it was Laken's AirPod?
She always had a little bit more wax on her AirPods, so I noticed the earwax.
And was it also, did she have, what color were her AirPods?
They were white.
So did you collect it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And did you eventually give it to the police?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm handing you what's been marked for identification purposes, State's Exhibit 8. And I'm just going to ask you to look inside this bag for me, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Okay.
Look inside that bag. Do you recognize what is inside State's Exhibit 8?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
It's her AirPod.
Is that the one that you picked up on the 22nd day of February 2024 that you gave to the University Police Department?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it in the same or substantially same condition?
Yes.
State would move to admit State's Exhibit 8, request permission to publish.
No objection.
Ain't submitted and they published. Is it one? Just one?
Just
Yes.
one.
Okay.
After you found the AirPod, Miss Magana, what did you do?
I took the pictures first just to remember. And at that point, I picked it up and I turned around to Lily and I told her we were going to walk back to call the police because we both didn't have service.
And did y'all do that?
Yes, ma'am, we
And
did.
then where did you go after the police were called?
I went to go pick up my roommate Connolly from her class, and then I met Lily with Connolly at the IM field deck.
And when y'all were at the IM field deck, did the police respond?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you tell them the information that you had gathered?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Magana, did you receive any text messages, any calls, or any communication with Laken Riley after 9:03 a.m. on the 22nd day of February 2024?
No, ma'am. My last text from her was at 9:02.
May I have a moment with counsel, Your Honor?
Yes.
That's the witness. I don't have any questions for this witness.
Miss, you be excused.
Yes, sir, and she would also like to remain.
Miss Stephanie.